Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much for making out the time to join us this evening. We have our weekly webinar every Thursday. And today we have a very lovely topic. We'll be talking about Candida, leaky gut, and how they affect us. Just to let everyone know, this is an educational talk. It's only set up to educate people about their health. So if you do have any health concerns, I would suggest you go to your doctor for advice. We do not take responsibility for any side effects of any of the advice that we give tonight. Who is Princess Glory? Princess Glory is a wellness coach and a nutritionist. I have been very passionate about healthy living for over 14 years. The reason I started this business was because of the way my body has been reacting to food, and also from things I've observed from other people that have had problems with food or with eating. I love cooking and I love eating good food. My passion is to learn how food can help heal diseases. I've been a wellness coach for over 5 years, and I'm also a detox specialist. Every week we have a weekly health talk about different topics that I have observed over the years affects people, especially people of color. Today's topic is on Candida and leaky gut. Next week, we'll be talking about inflammation and pain in the body. The week after, we'll be talking about lupus and how it affects the Black woman. And after that, we will be concentrating on arthritis. So I'll have a series for different types of arthritis and gout in June. What are some of the health services that I offer as a business? I offer health consultations and scans. I also have an essential oil range. I also have body and skincare products. We also do seminars, which obviously some of you have been privileged to attend for some time now. We do meal plans, we do ready meals, and we also have cooking classes. And what are you going to be learning today? You're going to learn about leaky gut. You're going to also learn about the causes and symptoms of leaky gut, Candida and leaky gut, signs and symptoms of Candida, how Candida has affected your health or is affecting your health. You're also going to learn about the foods that you can eat to have good health with regards to Candida. The first service that we offer that I just wanted to talk about for a few seconds is our body Mot Scan. I'm sure some of you have probably heard about it, or you hear us talking about scan. Basically, the scan tells you what the doctors are not always able to tell you. Our scan will scan for organs, we'll scan your teeth, we'll scan your bones, your muscles, your emotions, and we'll also give you affirmations that you can say every day. As part of our wellness webinar series, we are offering a 10% discount. Usually the scan is $150. From now to the end of the month, you can get it for $135. You can buy it as a Father's Day gift for a friend or for your dad, or for anyone that you know might need help as well. Okay, so now I am going into the topic of the day. What is leaky gut? The gut wall is designed like a fine net that allows only a small particle of food to go through the bloodstream, and it also helps to keep your body healthy. But if the wall of the gut is damaged, undigested food particles will begin to flow into your bloodstream. So you have things like bacteria, viruses, and toxin going into your blood, and that would obviously bring down your immune system and will cause inflammation as well. So what causes leaky gut? One, food. I'm sure you're wondering, what food? Yes, food causes leaky gut. So some of the foods that are the problem for leaky gut are dairy and toxic foods as well. Also, another thing that causes leaky gut is Candida, which we'll be talking about later on today, SIBO, and also parasites. Another thing that causes leaky gut is toxins, medications. I will go into more details as I go along. Pesticides, PBA, PBA comes from the water bottle that you usually drink water from. And also stress is part of the things that cause leaky gut. So how does leaky gut affect your body? It affects the whole body, to be quite honest. It affects your brain, your sinus, your mouth, your thyroid, your adrenals, your colon, your joints, and it also affects your skin. Towards the end of today's talk as well, I'll be talking about how it affects your skin as well as how it affects your colon. So we just talked about the 4 ways that leaky gut causes leaky gut, and one of them we said was diet. So how does that affect your leaky gut? What are the things that you're eating in your diet that is causing leaky gut? One, eating food that contains gluten, and some of the food that contain gluten are things like breads, rice, pasta, and all those sort of things. Eating milk, drinking milk, or eating things that contain dairy like cheese, food that contains toxins as well. Sometimes from your diet, you might be deficient in some areas. Other things that causes leaky gut are infection. So if you have Candida, which is obviously yeast infection, you will have leaky gut. Parasites also affect leaky gut, and parasites usually resides in your stomach. You having a poor gut health as well makes you to have leaky gut. So some of the other things that causes leaky gut are toxins. For so many people, when they have an infection, the first thing they do is they go to the doctor, and the doctor always recommends antibiotics. And as soon as you take antibiotics, you've already destroyed a large part of the bacteria in your gut and also caused a lot of damage to your system. Stress is also another reason why people experience leaky gut. And lots of us are stressed at the moment, because of work and because of children, marriage. A lot of things will cause stress in people's lives, but we need to try our best to make sure that the stress is not affecting our system. So what are the symptoms of leaky gut? I'm going into more details now. Digestive issues. So if you have things like bloating, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, that's a sign that you might be experiencing leaky gut. Other things that make you know that you have leaky gut is food allergies. You begin to react to food. I met a customer recently that said, I'm allergic to apples. For most people, we know that people are allergic to fish, the nuts, but seeing somebody that's allergic to fruits, it's a different one for me. So again, if you drill deep down, you'll find out that maybe one of the issues that they have is leaky gut issues. Other things that are symptoms of leaky gut are foggy brain, you not being able to remember stuff. You go to the kitchen, you can't remember what you went there to do. That's a sign that you might be having leaky gut. People that have difficulty concentrating as well. If you have things like anxiety, depression, there might be an indication that you might be having leaky gut as well. Having things like acne, eczema, PMS or heavy periods or irregular periods as well. Having asthma, having arthritis, lupus or celiac disease, and also chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia. So what are some of the mistakes that we're making? We've identified that we might have leaky gut or we have some symptoms of leaky gut, but there are some things that people are doing to try to repair it. And in doing so, they're making a lot of mistakes. And one of the mistakes that we make is that we decide, I'm not going to eat any cooked food. I'm only going to eat raw vegetables. And when you do that, you are causing more harm than good. Or doing an elimination diet, you say, I'm only going to eat certain foods. You're obviously going to be causing problems as you're trying to repair your gut. Also, eating when you're stressed out. For many people, when they're stressed, they just binge eat. And that's also another thing that you can do that might be affecting your gut as well. Taking medication that will damage your gut, eating health foods that really aren't healthy. Taking the wrong probiotics. Probiotics is a big thing that really, really helps if you have leaky gut or if you have any gut health issues. But sometimes if you take probiotic that does not have a lot of strains, you might not be doing yourself any good. Eating too many fermented foods will cause problems for your gut as well, and not addressing the problems properly. So what are some of the things that you can do to help leaky gut? The first thing that you could do is the 4 R's. And that's one, remove all the foods that are causing the problems. One, refined carbohydrates, sugar, alcohol, caffeine, bad fats, and also food that contain gluten. You also need to remove all medication that could be affecting your gut as well. What do you need to do? Again, you need to replace them with things like digestive enzyme, adding more fiber to your food, drinking more water. That will help your leaky gut situation. Another thing that you could do as well is to repair your gut. And you could do that by taking zinc, by taking marshmallow roots, by taking licorice. You can do that to help leaky gut situation. You could also re-inoculate your gut by taking probiotics and prebiotics, as well as taking a lot of food containing fiber. Treatment for leaky gut, the first thing that you need to do, like we said before, I would suggest you take these 7 steps. 1, remove inflammatory foods. So food that cause inflammation, and we mentioned earlier, are things like dairy, things like that are filled with sugar. That will cause inflammation as well. Reduce stress, eradicate pathogens, boost your digestive system, rebuild your gut lining, introduce friendly flora by taking probiotics, and also identify any food sensitivity. So what are the other things that you could do as well? You can have bone broth. You can have things that contain coconut. You could have sprouted seeds, fermented vegetables as well. Things that you need to avoid if you have leaky gut, or you have been identified or told that you have leaky gut, is alcohol, caffeine, dairy products, and baked goods. So things like bagel, bread, and all those sweet things that you like to have. Other things that you can introduce to your diet are yogurt and probiotic yogurt. You can have raw cheese. You can also have apple cider vinegar as well. I just wanted to mention, based on what we've been speaking about so far, if any of the things that we've said affect you, I think you might be needing a detox. And what are the things that make you to believe or to know that you need a detox? Is if you have low energy, you have poor digestion, brain fog, trouble focusing, high stress, trouble sleeping, and skin problems, your body is telling you by those things that you definitely need a detox. And at MI Healthcare Group and also Gloria Nutrition, we do offer a product like a quick express detox combo where you can have 4 products and you can start to rebuild your gut and also to help you detox your system. I think one of the things that people need to do as well is detox. And when you detox, you start to build your gut health. Okay. Just wanted to ask a few questions. I don't want anyone to answer, but just to ask a question. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Do you have brain fog? For leaky gut, we said brain fog is one of the things. Are you always tired? Do you have anxiety? Do you have any skin issues? Do you have digestive issues? Then you might have Candida. So what is Candida? Candida is a fungus infection that exists. It's defined by excess Candida yeast. For most of us, it's a very harmful form of oral thrush or yeast infection. Usually, over-the-counter medicine will sometimes help, but sometimes people have been hospitalized as a result of Candida overgrowth, which obviously causes more problem than good. So the areas where Candida resides in the body are the organs, your eyes, your ears, your eyes, your brain, your bones, in your mouth, in your skin. Candida also resides in the uterus as well as your feet and in the vagina. So what is Candida die off? Candida are yeast cells that are often harmless, but they live in everyone. So Candida lives in everyone. It's something that everyone has, but when you have what they call Candida growth, it becomes an infection. And like I always say to my clients, Candida is, is worse than cancer, to be honest. There is really no cure, but you can obviously try to avoid some of the things that will make it worse. So Candida too can quickly be released as toxin, which can cause like flu-like symptoms as well. So what are the first signs that you might be having Candida? You're feeling feverish, feeling cold, your heart rate increases, you have skin rash, you have gas, you have bloating, you're often constipated, you have a lot of headache, fatigue, weak and sore muscles, and also a mild drop in your blood pressure. The picture on the screen is the picture of where Candida actually resides in the body. So you can find them underneath the breast, on the head, around the skin, on the tongue, on the lips, on the feet, and also on your finger. One of the most common fungus infection that people might have or could have is referred to as Candida. Candida albicans, which is naturally present in the body, will cause a wide growth of fungus, and also it mixes with your yeast and bacteria, and then that's when you have the serious problems. So Candida lives in small amounts in your mouth, in your intestine, in your skin, and also in the vagina. Candida yeast is kept intact by your intestinal flora and forms a certain balance with these body-like natural bacteria. But due to unhealthy foods, due to unbalanced nutrition, lots of people have made the yeast go worse, and then you've had pain as a result of having Candida. I just wanted to just show how it looks on the skin. We showed you a cartoon version of it, but this is how it looks on the skin. So if you see any of these sort of things on anyone that you know that they have what we refer to as yeast overgrowth. And so what are the 10 signs that people might have yeast overgrowth? 1, skin and nail fungal infections, such as athlete's foot, ringworm, or toenail fungus, feeling very tired or worn down, chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, also digestive issues like bloating, constipation, diarrhea, autoimmune disease. They have lack of focus, poor memory, they're always forgetting things, eczema, mood swings, anxiety, depression, vaginal infection, itching, and also UTIs. That is quite common. When people say they have UTIs, people always think, toilet infection. Only when I started to study this, then I realized that it's not really toilet infection. It's basically Candida. Your body's telling you that, the yeast is overgrown. And also another sign that you have Candida overgrowth is that you crave a lot of sugar and a lot of carbohydrate as well. So what are some of the symptoms of overgrowth in women? Again, I'm just showing you some of the pictures so that you get to see how they look on the skin. This picture at the bottom here, you could probably see this sometimes on people's face, sometimes around the chest, sometimes on the back. And this picture on the top here is on someone's face. So if you see this sort of thing on anyone's face, just know that they got Candida. This you could be helping someone by telling them that, this is Candida growth, and then all they need to do is change their diet or change their lifestyle. So what are some of the symptoms of Candida? You have sinus infection, sweet cravings, craving bread, craving pasta, craving rice, vaginal yeast, oral thrush, white and yellow coated tongue, nausea, gas, diarrhea, constipation, achy joints, sores, stiffness, headaches, flu-like symptoms, fatigue all over each body itch or back itch, rash, burning, skin breakout, muscle ache and pain, brain fog, dizziness, sadness, impending doom, mood swings, tired all the time, fits of rage and anger, and also food allergies. So what are the signs of Candida in men? We've told you the ones that are quite common in female. Candida is believed to happen more in women than in men, but men also have Candida as well. Some of the symptoms are chronic cystitis. Sorry, I'm trying to mute. For men, they have learning disabilities, they have ADHD, conduct disorder, anger and rage disorder, alcoholics, they become alcoholics, antisocial behavior, autism, are also signs that a man might have Candida. And what are the obvious signs that a woman might have Candida is pain during intercourse, unpleasant smell coming from the vagina, discharge, white discharge, itching and burning in the vagina, and also pain when they go toilet to wee as well. So how can I change the situation? What do I need to do to change my Candida overgrowth situation? You can add garlic to your food. You can add ginger to your food. You can add cinnamon to your food. You can use olive oil. You can use a lot of cloves. Lemons are also very good as well. Eating salmon is also a good thing to do. And also cruciferous vegetables as well are also some of the things that you can do to help the Candida situation. So again, just to explain in the Candida disease, usually people have oral infection, and this obviously starts from the mouth and then it goes all the way to the stomach. So what are the foods that you need to avoid if you have Candida, or any of the things that we have talked about? You need to avoid using corn oil, yogurt, yogurts that doesn't have anything. No, the prebiotic yogurts are good, but the regular yogurts, those yogurts you definitely need to avoid. You need to avoid milk. You also need to avoid jam, ice cream, cereal, pies, pretzels, bread, chips, fried food, deep fried food, cake, sunflower oil and safflower oil. And we always tell that to our customers, and anything that's got soy in them as well. I know this picture on the left looks very lovely, and lots of people, really like to enjoy that. But these are some of the problems that are causing problems in your system. Other things that you need to avoid as well is alcohol. I know some people might like to have their muffins. Those things will cause problem in your system as well. Anything containing bread, nuts, these things should be avoided if you have any of the symptoms that we've talked about. We have a Candida Cleanse combo, and this combo includes a couple of products that you could take to cleanse your system and to reduce inflammation. If you buy all the products today, or if you do order the product within the next week, you could order it for £190, but it usually goes for £230. I just wanted to spend a few more minutes just talking about Candida and how it affects your skin. For many people that have acne or very serious acne, it is as a result of Candida growth or Candida in their system. So what do I need to do if I have acne? You need to make sure you eat foods containing vitamin E, vitamin C. So I'll take a lot of vitamin C supplements, and also a lot of fruits and vegetables. Carrots, you have vitamin A. You can have selenium as well, have things that have like onions, garlic as well, salmon. You can have figs, you can have brown rice, but I really, really advise my customers not to have rice because it causes a lot of inflammation in your body as well. So what things should I be eating now that I've told you all the things that Candida does? What should we be eating? You can have almonds, you can have avocado, you can use avocado oil, you can have bone broth, you can have cinnamon, cloves, coconut oil, garlic, you can have ginger, lemon juice, olive oil, oregano, parsley. You can have as many vegetables as possible as well. So why am I recommending this? Because by eating healthy and eating lots of vegetables, you are protecting your brain. You are fighting belly bloats, you're not going to be having those constipation issues. You'll have a very lovely skin. You will reduce the stress. You also improve your bone health as well. You also support healthy aging. It helps to balance your sugar levels as well. It tames the toxin in your body. It helps you to boost your immune enzymes and digestive enzymes, as well as support your immune system. So what are the foods that you need to avoid or that prevents yeast? One thing I normally say to people is drink cranberry juice. And why? Cranberry juice helps you to treat UTIs, which obviously is common with women, also may prevent cancer, helps to lower your cholesterol levels, helps your kidney and your bladder, promotes weight loss as well as relieves stress, also relieves skin conditions as well. So foods that you can have, or things that you should have at home that will help prevent yeast from growing in your system. Remember, yeast is not bad because it's something that everyone has, but eating bad foods or poor nutrition can cause you to have yeast overgrowth, which we've referred to as Candida today. So what are the things that I should have that will help prevent the yeast infection? You could have lots of broccoli, asparagus, cauliflower, coconut oil, garlic, spices, fermented foods, apple cider vinegar, as well as bone broth. So making lots of soup that will help as well. Result of maybe candida, fungus, heavy metals, and all the other things that we've done to our body as a result of the things that we have been using or eating. And so how do we make our colon clean? You can use products, you can use food, like we have been talking about all day today. So we have two products that I'll recommend if you don't want to go for the combo. Two products that I think everyone should have is Oxyflush, and it helps clean your colon. And for probiotics, it also helps to increase the good bacteria in your gut, and that will help to improve your gut health as well. For the probiotic, you can take that before food, and also you can take it just immediately after food. As you do that, you continue to introduce more good bacteria into your gut. Another product that is the main product for Candida is Zeoflush. It's a new product that we've introduced this year. We recommend people to get it. I have been taking it all of this week, and I feel so much better in myself just taking this product. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. I hope you've had a nice time listening to this talk. If you would like to contact me today, you can do so by email. You could also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Glory Edward Nutrition, Glory Edward Organic, and Chef Imani's Kitchen. We do have a website as well, gloryedwardorganic.com. And if you would like to speak to me or ask me any questions for what we've discussed today, or anything that might have, come up as we were speaking, you can call me on this number, 0798 455 1292. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm just quickly going to check on the chat to see what people have been asking and what people have been saying. Just checking that everyone can. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you do have questions, you can ask us now. If not, we have finished the talk. We will be here again next week. Next week, we are talking about inflammation and how inflammation is affecting your body, and also how you can reduce pain in your body. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask based on what we have discussed today? Okay. If there's no question, thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week, Thursday. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everyone.